I first realized that something wasn't right as I was preparing for a trial. I was scribbling furiously, and all of a sudden, my left hand cramped. And then that cramping got progressively worse and worse and worse. And like any good 36-year-old, I totally ignored it until Sandra told me I had to go to the hospital.
He ended up seeing a primary care physician and then a neurologist.
He spent about 10 minutes with me, and at the end of that said, "I need you to sit down. I believe you have ALS." And then I asked him, after pausing for a second, "I know that's not good, but what does that mean?" And he said, "In my experience, it means you have about 6 months left to live." My name is Brian. This is my wife, Sandra. We live in Chicago, and we are the co-founders of I Am ALS.
We met on the 2008 Obama presidential campaign in New Hampshire. Brian was a political director. I was a communications director.
And so we ended up building a relationship where Sandra called me every day, asked me for something, and then eventually asked me out. So ALS is a progressive disease that causes every muscle in your body to weaken. And ultimately it kills you by destroying your capacity to actually breathe, by weakening your muscles so much that your body can't actually create the breath you need to live every day. Most people who get ALS, the average lifespan is 2 to 5 years. So you don't become an advocate because you're simply consumed by trying to live your day in, day out life, by trying to deal with the changes that confront you every day. And so our thought was, what if we could build something that would help give everyone in this fight that little bit of mental space so they can actually be empowered to help us accelerate this fight to the natural conclusion that we all want. I Am ALS is a patient-led, patient-centric movement that seeks to empower the ALS community to take charge of their fight, to help accelerate the search for a cure, and in doing so create a model as to how we can combat rare diseases, not just ALS, but many across the entire spectrum.
We are just like we were in 2008, back in campaign mode. We spend our date nights editing website copy and coming up with awareness strategies.
The folks we met in the administration on the campaign were in on the ground floor. They've been there to help us and to augment our ideas, to challenge the basic assumption that we can do things only one way. The Obama ethos is something that inspired me to begin this journey in the first place. If you believe with us, if you hope with us, if you dream with us, we can actually make this real.